Hello class, my name is Fran Toledo. This is my first YouTube video for a discussion, so bear with me. I apologize if it's pretty raw. I am attending CCU. I actually will be obtaining a degree in communication, so I guess this is a really good place to start. I hopefully will graduate by the end of 2016, and so I may have to take a class or two in block 1 of 2017 for an elective. I'm not quite sure yet. The registrar needs to get back to me in regards to that. I also graduated from Pikes Peak Community College last December, so a lot of my credits did transfer over, which was a huge blessing because I have been going to school on and off for like the last 15 years. And so I should have been done with an associate's degree like in the first 3 or 4 years, right? That it takes most people to do. But for me, it took a, a large amount of time. So I just got busy with life. I guess life just happens, and I always kind of put my education on the second burner and put everybody else before me. So now that my kids are raised and gone, and my husband and I are empty nesters, it's just much easier now to actually make some time to do this. So with God's blessing, I hope that I will be done in that time frame. I initially had a degree. I was working towards a degree in business administration, but I have been a secretary and an administrative assistant for the past 20 years, and I was just ready for a career change. And so I just finally decided that I wanted to do something different and kind of break out of that business admin side. And I have no desire to work in accounting or budget or any of those things. I'm just ready for a change. And so I currently work for El Paso County. I have been there for about 8 years. I work with the Board of County Commissioners in the administration office, and public information is actually housed in our office as well. So that's kind of where I got the incentive to switch my degrees. I had done a lot of research. I had asked a couple of coworkers that work in that department about a communications degree, and so they said, yeah, go for it. So that's kind of the history behind that. My husband actually works for El Paso County as well. He works for the Criminal Justice Center and has been there for about 2 years. He is alumni for CCU, from CCU. He graduated with his degree in project management, and so that was about 3 years ago maybe. And so his degree has really helped him to obtain better employment, which is why he's now working at the county. God has been really good to both of us, and so we've been blessed to have decent jobs, and I'm very appreciative of that every day. So I do all of my homework here in my bedroom. As you can see, here is my larger computer behind me, which is a 32-inch. As I am aging gracefully, it is a lot harder to see these smaller laptops and iPads, and so having a larger PC behind me with a font a little larger is much easier on the eyes. So I do lock myself up in my room, usually on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because I do work 10-hour days, and I'm off on Fridays, which is where I do a lot of running around, getting my errands done, and also starting my homework as well. And so it's a nice little area. It's a pretty good sized room, and we do have a TV back there, and my printer and such. So it's all kind of pretty convenient in this um, little room. Well, it's not a little room. It's fairly good size, and I have all my books and such back behind me that I have for school and reference, and more books that are kind of down behind me back there that you really can't see. So this is where I get a lot of my studies done. One of the identities that I can relate to is that family is a really big thing for me. I have my mom and dad and my grandmother who is 96. I have two biological daughters who live in Greeley and two biological granddaughters as well. Each of my daughters both have a child. And so Monique and Janelle are my daughters, and then Mia and Elena are my granddaughters. And I try to get down there at least twice a month if I can to visit my family, because I believe it is really, really important to visit your family, and it's such a blessing if you have them, especially my grandma. She's my last grandparent, and so I just feel so blessed that we have 5 generations in our family right now. And I always try to get the kids and the grandkids together with my mom to try to get those family pictures of all of us because it is such a huge blessing. So I will upload some pictures of my family to coincide with the video, as well as some other pictures of my other identities that I have as well, which is motorcycle riding. I have a Harley. My husband has a Harley, so we love to do that. I do play an instrument, the violin. I haven't played in quite some time, so that is something that I like to do in the winter time, is kind of practice when I can. But I guess it's kind of like riding a bike. You don't really forget. You're rusty, but it comes back to you in a sort of roundabout way. We also like to go to the gym as well. My husband is diabetic, and so I like to take the initiative to keep us healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. And so trying to get him to eat right and take care of himself so that he's around for me and for his family for a long, long time, as well as myself. And so I think health is very important to take care of ourselves, especially when we have so much going on with school, work, and just everything else. Our lives just get so busy, and so it's important to take some time out for yourself to do things that you like to do. So I hope I didn't bore you too badly with this video, and I will be uploading that information to coincide with that later. Thanks so much, and have a blessed day.